Good morning, Angie's Live. Good morning, Purple Sky, Brenda Pittman, Peas in a Pod. Hi, Shelley Ray. Hi, Teresa. Thank you for coming over to Mod. Hi, Terry B and Lisa A. Hi, Lena Jams. That's okay, honey. I'm all the time hitting the wrong emoji. Good morning, Carrie Bishop. Thank you for coming to Mod, darling. I'm doing well, Angie's Life. Thank you. Hi, Ricky Beavers. I'm glad you're in the house, sir. Good morning, AC. You got coffee? I just finished my first cup. My only cup, actually. If I have any more than one cup, I get the jitters. Good morning, Suzette Brown. I'm sure you guys can hear the morning sounds here at my home. Yeah, hearts and flags. That's right, darling. School buses are running right now. Hi, Poppy Red Mustang. You're on your second cup, Purple Sky, and that's your limit. Hi, Cheryl Mahaffey. I can hear a squirrel chirping. Hi, Roan Mountain survivors. Hi, Cat's hodgepodgery. I can hear a woodpecker in the distance. Different songbirds. The sound of tires on pavement in the distance. Good morning, Eliza. Folks getting up and going to work. Folks getting up and, yes, Ricky, we're doing very well, thank you. Folks getting up and driving their children to school this morning. On the 15th of September, 2023. Hi, Linda Shipley. The 15th. Hi, my ranch. Of September, 2023. Baby's what you're looking at, and it's the only thing you're going to see on this live stream. It's the front of a t-shirt that my best friend here in my town, Heber Springs, Arkansas, the folks at the local boutique, hi, lean on me, who are my friends and other people here in my little town of less than 8,000 in north central Arkansas, know, hi, Ramblin' Rome, about Summer Wells. Not because I have a YouTube channel, but because I talk about her. So my friend and I agreed I wouldn't use her name, but she did agree that I could let you guys know, and I did in a community post, that Two of the girls there at the boutique designed and made and gifted to me 2 t-shirts, and you're looking at the front of one of them. The woman who actually owns the company here said to her associate, "I've never made a t-shirt for a missing child." They asked me if I would send them pictures of Summer Moon Utah Wells. I can tell by the names I'm looking at in chat right now, I don't have to tell you who she is. You know who she is. Hi, Days276. Hi, Hilda. You also know her name. You know that she went missing on June the 15th of 2021. That's why I go live here now on the 15th of every month, as long as the good Lord is willing and the creek does not rise, so that some good people with good hearts who are complete strangers to this little girl, Summer Moon Utah Wells, can gather up in a chat room for a little while. Hi, Esther. Let each other know that they haven't forgotten Summer Wells and that she is in their hearts. And not only that, but that they intend to keep her there as long as it takes. But back to what I was saying. Hi, Piper. Hi, Grandma Sherry. Back to what I was saying about my friends here at the local boutique. And if I miss you in chat, please forgive me. Hi, Carlos. Because you see, I'm spending more time looking at this shirt than I am the screen. When the owner of the company, the overall company that made this shirt for me and gifted it, and another just like it, said to her associate at the company, "I have never designed nor made a shirt, High Trophy Wife, for a missing child. I'm not sure exactly what to do." My friend, the associate, said, "Do you remember milk cartons when we were kids?" And the lady said, "Yeah, I do." She said, "Do that. Let's do that. Clean, straightforward, and simple. And we're going to get a kitty cat in the shot." Hi, Christy C. Y'all, I don't intend for you to see me because this is a stream about Summer Wells and for people to talk about her. Plus, I'm still in my bathrobe and my hair isn't combed, nor have I even brushed my teeth yet. But I am going to light a cigarette. So my friend who works at the boutique down on Main Street here in my little town, people who know about missing Summer Moon Utah Wells, asked me to send them pictures of Summer. Hi, Crazy Chicken Lady. I sent them 4 or 5 via text. I asked them to choose. And this is not the one I expected, because it's the one with her little decaying teeth showing. The other photos I sent were more pretty. But somehow I left it in God's hands and in the hands of the woman who wanted to design the shirt. And I am actually pleased that she settled on this picture of Summer Moon Utah Wells. Hi, Sassafras, because it's the closest to how Summer looked without her head being shaved. At least the photographs I have. But her eyes are smiling. I'm sure you guys have noticed that Summer has upside down almond eyes. Look at her when she smiles. She looks so genuinely happy in this photograph. Her hair a mess. Her eyes shining. Her cheeks are naturally rosy in this picture. There's no enhancement. You are seeing the heathering of the t-shirt itself filtering, of course, through the picture. But it's Summer through and through, a little girl I've never met. A little girl you'll probably never meet. Very simple, straightforward. Summer Wells, her picture the most prominent feature, the date that she went missing, and the number to call if she is seen. Nothing else. Now, the purpose of this shirt is for me to wear in public because, you see, when I'm out in public, in my little town in north central Arkansas where no one ever met this little girl, people here know about her because I talk about her. I talk about her to the receptionist at the dentist's office. I talk to the dentist and show him this picture and ask about her teeth and what would cause that. I talk to the dental assistant and get them to sub up to my channel just in case. And I ask them to let other dentists know just in case. They may have, a couple of years ago, seen a little girl that looks like this with teeth like that. I talked to the lady at the checkout counter at the grocery store, and the girl stocking the shelf. At the Walmart, the manager of the Dollar General knows about Summer. So does my favorite clerk, Kayla. My neighbor, Timmy, knows about Summer. His dad, Tim, knows about Summer. My neighbor, Billy, and his mom, Barbara, and his nephew, Kevin, his sister, Sharon, know about Summer. My friend Gracie, before she died, knew about Summer. Mr. James knows about Summer across the street, and so does Lillian. So does Mr. Lewis behind us. Not because they watch my YouTube channel. Most of them don't even know I have a YouTube channel. Hi, I'm that bitch Mama Bear. Because I don't go around town talking about being a YouTuber. But when they ask how do I know about Summer Wells, then I can tell them about my channel. And I do. And one or two others. I caution them about hashtags, clickbait. So the purpose of this shirt, hi Jen R, as gifted to me by my friends, is to stimulate the conversations right here in my little town. So that every time I get in my car and go to the tobacco shop, where the owner and the clerks know about Summer Wells, or I go to the Humane Society or the Humane Society thrift shop, where the managers and the volunteers know about Summer Moon Utah Wells. Hi, Dot. Hi, Cautious Gems. Now, when I go to those places, the first thing they'll see is Summer's face. Although, if she's alive, she'll look different, for sure. Those two front teeth, all those teeth, I would imagine, were baby teeth. She would be 7 now. Her birthday was February the 4th. So if she's alive, she's 7, and she would have those big old gawky teeth that we all have in our first or second grade pictures, where we're grinning with those big old teeth showing in front. We wish maybe that picture had never been taken, but there it is. I don't know if Summer ever got her big front teeth. But now what people will do is if they don't know, they'll say, who is Summer Wells? And I can say, well, her full name is Summer Moon Utah Wells, but Summer Wind, she's a little girl missing from 110 Bend Hill Road in the Beach Creek community near Rogersville, Tennessee, over in Northeast Tennessee. She disappeared on the 15th of June, 2021, sometime in the early afternoon hours, according to Leslie Earhart, the public information officer of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. And they'll say, oh, she's still missing? And I can say, yes. No one knows how. I can say, yes. No one has any idea where she is or what happened to her. And maybe they'll say, oh my word. Tell us. And I can say, well, the sheriff down there in Hawkins County, Tennessee, his name is Ronnie Lawson, in a press conference, he said that Summer's 3 older brothers were the last ones to see her on that afternoon of June 15th of 2021. And maybe they'll say, well, what do people think might have happened to her? Hi, Paula. And hi, Bertie. And I can say, well, there are a lot of theories. Law enforcement is the most important, of course. And so you would want to go to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation website, and then you would want to go to Summer Wells' page on the TBI website where they have an FAQ page, and it'll tell you everything that law enforcement knows. And you'll want to be sure, hi Roberta's World, you want to be sure to go there first, I can say, because that's where you'll get the most reliable information. It's from the TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Hi, Lily Rochelle. And then I can say, you see the number there, 1-800-TBI-FIND. If you should ever happen to see this little girl, that's what you would want to call. But you would only want to call them if it's really solid, credible information. Don't call them with something you heard on YouTube or saw on YouTube or on Facebook or Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter, or anything like that. Make sure you only call them with something that would really be important. Don't waste their resources. And I'm sure the good people here in my town would say, oh, I get it. Yeah, I understand. I wouldn't. And then I could go on if they were still interested and let them know that Summer's head had been shaved shortly before her disappearance, so her hair wasn't this long. And then I could pull out my phone, you see, and I could go to Google Photos or in the cloud. I have many, many, many photographs of Summer, including photographs of her with her head shaved, and show them this is a little bit more what she actually looked like that day. And then remind them it's been over 2 years, so she's not going to look like this anymore. There's no reward anymore. So any of you out there, and I saw one yesterday on YouTube, if you're showing a poster that says reward on it, I think it might be a good idea to take that off of there. Unless you're offering a personal reward, which is totally cool, I guess. I don't have posters made. I'm glad for those who do and grateful for them. I've never done a billboard for Summer, but I am so grateful to those who have. But back to what might I say, hi Michelle, if they were to say, well, okay, if we go over to TBI and I'll say, no, not if, that's a definite. You have to go there first. If you want to know about Summer, you go to TBI first. But if you want to know theories and stuff, there are a lot of them out there, but be cautious. Some people think that she may have been abducted, but according to the FBI CARD team out of Boston, CARD being the acronym for Child Abduction Rapid Deployment, there were no signs of abduction. "138 agencies spent 13 solid days searching for Summer in the fields, the hills, the hollers, the creeks, the waterways, and the surrounding areas. For Summer, not even, there's some footprints were found. There's information out there. I don't talk about the footprints because I'm not knowledgeable enough to discuss them in an intelligent way. But none of her clothing, no. Well, you see, she was reported to be in a gray pair of pants and a pink shirt, but she was likely barefooted. So no shoes were found out there, or no articles of clothing, not a tuft of hair, no evidence of her being lost after maybe wandering off of 110 Ben Hill Road. So that theory is out there, though. There are theories of her maybe a planned abduction, or being given away, or being sold, or being maybe some sort of an accident with a cover-up, or all kinds of things. But the truth of the matter is, the harsh reality of her circumstances are, unless her parents and her grandmother, her maternal grandmother, know what happened to Summer, then the truth of the matter is nobody does at this point. On the 15th of June of 2021, 5-year-old Summer Moon Utah Wells had spent the majority of day running errands in Kingsport, Tennessee, a nearby town, with her mother, her maternal grandmother, and a 15-year-old boy. Her maternal grandmother's name is Candace Harrer, Jrer. Her mother's name is Candace Bly Wells, Candus. Bly, maiden name, married name Wells. Her father's name is Donald Wesley Wells, Jr. Allegedly, at the time of her disappearance, her father was at work in the Meadows subdivision as a drywaller in Jonesboro, Tennessee. Allegedly, at the time of Summer Wells' disappearance, her mother, her maternal grandmother, who was living in a camper on the property at 110 Ben Hill Road, a mere 20 to 30 feet from the house. Her mother, Candace Bly Wells, and her 3 older, yet still minor brothers were at home. According to her mother, Candace Bly Wells, when they arrived home from the day's errands, after some milk and cheese being taken in, separated so that Grandma could take hers to her camper, the boys having helped carry in the groceries and then watching either television or playing Minecraft or watching YouTube in the kitchen area. Why tell the story? Why tell the lie? Why reiterate the fucking lies? Candace Wells, where is Summer Moon? Utah Wells, where is she? If anybody knows where this baby is, it is her mother. I personally hold Candace Bly Wells responsible for the disappearance of this child. Her name is Summer Moon Utah Wells. She was 5 years old at the time of her disappearance on the 15th of June of 2021. What did you do with her? What did you do with her, Candace? Where is she? Did you sell her? Temporarily or permanently? How long had you been doing so? All of her life? If not, why didn't you have eyes on her? And why do you keep throwing her brothers under the bus? They're children. You, your mother, Candace Harrer, your husband that you had to marry or you would not inherit 110 Ben Hill Road, would you? You had to marry him to get the property. Come the fuck on. How in heaven's name, you pieces of crap, brought this beautiful angel onto the face of this earth is beyond me. And how you could not have invested every moment of her life, in making sure. Oh, but no. No. What are your priorities to this day? What are your priorities, Donald Wesley Wells Jr., Candace Bly Wells, and Candace Harrer? The same priorities you've had all your lives. Dope, alcohol, and hide and run. Every time CPS shows up, no matter where you were, Utah Arkansas, Tennessee, hide in the shed. Or pack the car and run. Run from Utah to Arkansas. Run from Arkansas to Tennessee. You were somewhere between Arkansas and Tennessee the day your sister Rosemary Bly disappeared, vanished off of the face of the earth, just like your 5-year-old daughter did. And you don't know anything about her either, do you? As the sun rises through the pecan trees in my yard, just as I envisioned it would across this baby's name, and filters across her beautiful corn silk blonde hair, and casts the shadows of the 5 years of her life across her face, and the limited information needed by the public to report if they see her. The shadows passing across her face are for a dramatic effect, and don't doubt it for a minute that I planned this. I absolutely planned it, and I will sit here in solitude with lawnmowers running in the background and my hands trembling because I am so angry at the people responsible. And going back to where I really lost it in this rant, the number of times I have heard the adults in this baby's life say things such as, keep an eye on your sister. Where is your sister? I told you to keep an eye on your sister. Her downfall is being outside. I don't know if the door was locked or if the door was not locked. How many times did they tell the boys? How many times, Donald Wells, have you said, how many times do we have to tell the boys? You blame her brothers. If I did not despise Candace Harrer, Candace Bly Wells, and Donald Wesley Wells Jr. for any other reason, I would absolutely abhor them for blaming this baby's brothers. And make no mistake, that is exactly what they have done. Time and time again. They're just too chicken shit to come right out and say it. Last night I looked at the footage of Donald Wells and the oldest boy on the news piece. And I'm not hyperventilating, I'm just making sure I don't. I am extremely angry right now as I watch the shadows play across this baby's face. And I am breathing in a pattern that I learned from my yoga to keep me from absolutely flipping my wig right now. I think away of the way that beautiful little boy is standing there beside Donald Wesley Wells Jr. with his little head hanging down. Those poor boys. The trauma they have endured. The trauma since birth for each of the boys. They grew up in the same set of circumstances their baby sister was growing up in. They grew up with parents punching holes in walls, running and hiding, being drunk, being high, being stoned, having adult relations outside the marriage in the same room where they are sleeping. Witnessing domestic abuse in their home, being traumatized by their parents' behavior, and then on June the 15th of 2021, they are traumatized by the disappearance of their baby sister, and they have no clue what happened to her, yet the three adults in their lives have consistently, in one way or another, blamed those innocent boys that they weren't watching their sister. No, Candace Bly, you weren't watching your children, for you see, you left those three boys at home alone, unsupervised by any adults, all day long on the 15th of June of 2021, the day their baby sister disappeared. You left them at home alone. And then, after their baby sister disappeared, then what? While you and your mother, Candace Harrer, according to you two, are solid in your minds, somehow or another, within minutes after realizing you can't find Summer, allegedly, you sent three little boys down the hill to look for her. And Candace Harrer, according to her, out of her own mouth on WJHL, is in March of 2022, Candace Harrer is standing at the top of the hill praying that the boys don't get abducted, that nobody takes the boys too. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Had you already said to her brothers, "We think somebody took your sister"? Did you already, before you sent those boys over the edge of that hill, down to the lower part of the property facing Beach Creek Road, to the creek, to the property where her daddy actually went first instead of coming to the house? Did you ever, in front of the three boys, mention you thought someone had taken their sister and then send them? That is a question that has been burning in my brain for over 2 years and have never asked until now. Nor have I ever heard anyone else ask it. I'm not saying no one else has ever asked it. I'm saying I've never heard it asked. Did Candace Harrer and Candace Bly Wells say to or in front of Summers Brothers, "We think someone has taken your sister," before they sent them to look for her? And were they even sending them to look for her? Were they merely sending them so they could not see what they were doing with her? So they could not see what Candace Bly Wells was doing with her being Summer. While Grandma is standing at the top of the hill, maybe, making sure that the boys do stay down there. Or if you really, really thought that Summer had been abducted, then the burning question would simply be, how in God's name could you possibly send 3 other children away from you? There's no way I can slice this pie that the bottom line does not always result where it has always resulted for Susan Brewer of Heber Springs, Arkansas. No matter how I slice this pie, no matter what happened to Summer Moon Utah Wells on the 15th of June of 2021, sheer parental neglect is the ultimate cause of everything. Everything in the lives of Summer Moon Utah Wells and her brothers. If Summer Wells was abducted, there is still someone out there who abducts children because no one has been arrested. There is no official list of persons of interest or suspects. According to Detective Pruitt, of the Hawkins County, Tennessee Sheriff's Department. Everyone is a person of interest in the disappearance of Summer Moon Utah Wells. No one, according to Detective Pruitt, has been eliminated. She was growing up in a nest of registered sex offenders. I mean the surrounding community, not her home. Meth heads, vice lords, convicted child pornography people. Y'all know the names. You've heard them. Of course, the more dangerous sex offenders are those who haven't been caught yet. I'm not putting SA on Summer. I have no idea. I wouldn't put that on this baby. I'm just stating the reality of her world. Dopehead parents, drunken, irresponsible parents, surrounded by dope dealers, dope users, sex offenders. Neighbors who now claim they care so much, saw so much, knew so much, but never once before Summer's disappearance did a damn thing. I think we all know the neighbor I'm talking about. You know, the one that said on a certain night, on a certain live stream, all fired up because a certain Andy Bernard was live, when she chose, that particular neighbor, to go live and just ramble off about how, go over there and ask him being Andy Bernard, her baby daddy, about selling substances, providing substances, even to the mother of this little girl, in order to sedate children so they could be touched. That neighbor knew that, evidently, according to her, when it happened, when it was happening. It chose not to say anything about it at the time. That same neighbor talks about having seen this baby, Summer Moon Utah Wells, with a baby bottle, quote, full of alcohol, close quote. Hi, Roswell. Babies, my intention was to do this for 1 hour, and we are coming up on it. Hi, lost little ones. I'm going to spend the rest of my day here at home praying for Summer, praying for law enforcement that is working her case. I'm going to ask God that if it be in His will, that a task force be formed on Summer's behalf with new, fresh eyes from law enforcement to look at her case. That will be intermittent while I'm going back and watching every single news piece, no YouTube for me. Well, I'll be watching it on YouTube. Let me clarify. I'm going to be watching every single television news piece available on the internet, including YouTube, regarding the disappearance of Summer Moon Utah Wells on the 15th of June of 2021 at the age of 5. I don't want to hear any of my words about her from the past 2 years. I say 2 years because that's how long I've been talking about her. I didn't come on YouTube till about 2 months after Summer disappeared. She is why I came on YouTube as a retired television news director and reporter, as well as talk show host. I don't know why I fell in love with her. I don't know why y'all fell in love with her. I just know we did, and that's enough for me. But I'm not going to watch anything I've done on her, and I'm not going to watch a single thing that any other YouTube creator or channel holder, and there is a difference, has done on this baby. Not today. I'm going to watch the news reports. What's official? Hi, Mr. Grayson. Then I'm going to go remind myself by reading the FAQ page on TBI, what the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation says about her. Go on, Mr. Grayson. And throughout the day, pray for her and law enforcement. Included in that prayer will be that if there is anyone out there, anyone, anyone who has any credible information regarding the disappearance or the whereabouts of Summer Moon Utah Wells, I'm going to pray that God will move on their heart and they will call 1-800-TBI-FIND, whether she's alive or not, whether they are responsible or not, whether they've had knowledge all along or just came to have it today. Calling all angels, calling all angels, lead me through this world. Don't leave me alone. Calling all angels, calling all angels, walk us through this one. And don't leave her alone. Baby dolls, this has been Liplocked Nomore, Susan Brewer, on behalf of Summer Moon Utah Wells. Missing since June 15th of 2021 at the age of 5, from her home at 110 Ben Hill Road in the Beach Creek community near Rogersville, Tennessee, sometime in the early afternoon hours. Summer was last reported to have been wearing a pink shirt, gray pants, and she was most likely barefooted. Summer has blonde hair and blue eyes. Her birth date is February the 4th of 2016. She is 7 now. We love you, Summer Moon Utah Wells. One 800 TBI. Find. I love you all so much. Thank you for your continued support of this channel. And I'll see you on the flip-flop whether you like it or not. That is, if you choose to tune in. Now, go do something decent and kind. See you the next time. Bye bye.